So the 2024 Formula 1 season is a wrap. It's been a roller coaster ride from all the way back in March to December. 24 races, the longest season ever. But despite that, we have seen a couple very impressive records when it comes to consistency throughout this season being set. These are two records that have been set by Oscar Piastri and Pierre Gasly, and I want to just go over them quickly in this video because I feel like this should be highlighted and celebrated in truth, because I think both Gasly and Piastri have had excellent seasons in 2024. So you might have heard me talk about Pierre Gasly before, about him setting this record potentially through this season, and he's ended up actually achieving this. Now this is the record of going through an entire season without causing any crash damage to his car. Gasly has had a very mixed season in a sense in 2024, but it's not been down to him. It's been mainly down to the Alpine being so poor at the start of the campaign. Indeed, it took until all the way to Monaco for him to score any points, and even then it was just a bunch of 9th and 10th place finishes, I should say. But in the end, he ended up getting all the way up to 10th in the Drivers' Championship, thanks mainly to a 3rd place in Brazil, an incredible drive by him and obviously his teammate Esteban Ocon to get 2nd during that race. He got a 5th place in Qatar and a 7th in Abu Dhabi, which really gives hope to Alpine as they finish 6th in the Constructors' Championship when it easily could have been 9th. But like I said, he's gone through the entire season without causing any crash damage, and that's not just during the race, that's also during qualifying, during practice. At no point during any of the 24 Grand Prix of this season, including the sprints, the qualifying, the Friday practices, everything, not a single bit of impact with the wall, another driver, no mistakes leading to any crash damage, which I think is incredible. To do that in any Formula 1 season is unbelievable. To do it over a 24 race season is literally unheard of. No one has ever done it before. Ever since they've started doing these stats, nobody has ever completed an entire season without any crash damage to the car. I'll be honest, I don't know how long they've been taking these stats for, but either way, it's been a good few years now, and for Gasly to do that in what has to be said has been a very poor Alpine for a good half of the season at least is extremely impressive, and he really does deserve his 10th place in the Drivers' Championship. But what about Oscar Piastri? Well, Piastri actually set a record. I mean, it's not an outright record. Some other people have done it before, but in a sense, it is a record overall in F1 because, again, this is the longest season in Formula 1. Nobody has ever done this before over a season this length before, because there's never been a season that has been this long before. And that is the fact that he has set 100% or completed 100% of the racing laps through this season. So Piastri has finished every single race on the lead lap. Same for the sprint races as well, I believe that is also included in this. And that is over a 24 race season. And in fairness to Piastri, I mean, 4th place in the Drivers' Championship overall. He got his first win out in Hungary. He also got a victory in Azerbaijan as well. He got a sprint race victory in Qatar too for the 2nd year in a row. But yeah, to do that is incredible. I mean, yes, he's been in one of the best cars, of course, but to be able to be as consistent as this, never making a mistake that leads to a retirement for an entire 24 race season in your 2nd season. Let's not forget this, guys. He's in his 2nd season of Formula 1. He is a new boy to this, right? He's only 22, 23 years old. He's a very young racer. He's got a very bright future ahead of him. And in fairness to him as well, you look at his Grand Prix results this season, he's only finished outside the points once, and that was in Miami, 13th place for him, unlucky for some. The vast majority of the races other than that, he has finished in the top 5. There's been some 10th place. I mean, he finished 10th in Abu Dhabi. There's been some 8th, some 7th. But to finish in 23 of the 24 Grand Prix this season in the top 10, and only to be outside that just once. That, I mean, I can't think of many times when someone scored points in every race of the season. I think Michael Schumacher managed it back in 2002, where I think he actually finished on the podium almost every single race as well then. But there's not been many drivers who finished on, even a dominant Hamilton back in the day. I don't think he ever managed that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. But in terms of 100% racing laps, he joins Michael Schumacher, Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen with that. So that's a very elite club right there. That's not bad at all. So yeah, there we go, guys. A couple of Formula 1 records that were matched in a sense, set in the sense of Gasly, and I think to be honest with you, I think exceeded in the sense of Piastri because he's done it over a longer season. So I think that's a more impressive stat than what the other guys did. But still very impressive from those guys too. So yeah, there we go, lads. Hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you very soon for some more F1 content here on the F1Chronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you very soon, guys. Have a good one.